Devin Nunes' district is about as far from Washington as you can get. It starts in the eastern suburbs of Fresno and runs east and south through California's Central Valley, some of the most productive farmland in the world. Nunes grew up farming in the area on land that his family's worked since immigrating from Portugal 3 generations ago. He holds 2 degrees in agriculture and got a start in government as the state director for the USDA's Rural Development Branch. Nunes' memo may have made him divisive nationally, but locally, in a district where the farming industry is worth billions, his background puts him right in line with his constituents.
Your bag, a box, truckload?
Nick Salazar is a 5th-generation farmer. If you ask him about politics, he's got one issue at the top of his list.
Water. We need water. Water storage. I mean, we've been in a drought the last couple of years. Last year we had a good wet year. This year looks like we're gonna have a dry year.
Water's a big part of Nunes' platform here in his district. He supported building more dams, which he says would prevent water shortages that affect farmers. Environmentalists have fought these proposals, and Nunes hasn't succeeded in building any dams. But Salazar says Nunes is fighting for his interests, and he likes the Nunes memo.
I think it was great. I think I would like to see more stuff come out. Some of the investigation into Trump was paid for by Hillary Clinton and the DNC. I support him 100%. I'll continue to vote for him.
What people thought about the memo depended on what they already thought about it before it was released. What does the memo, mean for you?
How deep corruption is and how political the FBI, the top echelon of the FBI has gotten. They're supposed to not be political. And the hatred that they have for Trump, it just overrides every decision that they make.
Do you think that the memo is going to be a boost for Nunes in the upcoming election?
I think so.
The Nunes memo, I think it is a distraction. Right now, what I feel is happening is we're being turned against the FBI, and what we should be doing is letting them do their job.
Nunes' main competitor is hoping there are a lot of people like Nicholas Anderson from both parties. Andrew Janz is a prosecutor in Fresno. Like Nunes, he's from the district and comes from an immigrant background. His father was born in Canada and his mother in Thailand. This weekend, he threw a Super Bowl party at his house to thank his volunteers.
Yeah, that is the front page of CNN.com.
He's been campaigning for the past 10 months, but his breakthrough was in December with a billboard that didn't even mention his name. Tell me about the billboard.
The message we were trying to get across is that Devin Nunes and Donald Trump are working for Putin. And so we have Putin holding both of them on a child leash. Devin is holding an ice cream, and Donald Trump is crying because he didn't get an ice cream.
Okay, how is that a good idea in a district that voted for Trump?
The message that comes across to people is that I'm not going to be afraid to attack the President of the United States. I'm not going to be afraid to attack an 8-term incumbent. I can tell you that on the day that Nunes released his memo, we raised about $100,000. The day after, we raised about $150,000, and today we're on track to do the same thing. So
basically every time Nunes does something,
absolutely,
you get money.
Absolutely. By the end of this quarter, we should probably have $1 million in our bank account.
According to the latest FEC filings, Nunes has $3.8 million on hand. That's more than any other congressional candidate in California.
We need to be able to raise money to tell our story. We need to nationalize this race.
Janz may want to nationalize the election, but that saying about all politics being local, it's not wrong. And where it counts, Nunes' support is still strong.
It's Washington, D.C., so nothing happens overnight. But he's fighting for us, and that's all I can ask for.